Hey y'all, I'm selling lip glosses. Not really. I'm excited. It is August. That means we are down to 5 months left in 2024. This is the second month of the third quarter. Not gonna lie, I missed my goal for July. Doesn't mean I didn't work for it. I did. It just means that we're in a time period, y'all, where we gotta ball out. We got a ball out. So I'm here, I'm working. I encourage you to work alongside me. I'm going to share what I'm working on and what I am doing. But it's time to ball out. I am a firm believer that if you are not hitting your goals, if you are not making the sales that you want to make, it does not mean that they are not there to be made. It means a few different things, right? It could be your messaging. It could be you're misaligned with the target, meaning you don't have the right ideal client. And I know I have all of those things correct. So it just means that I think for August, I relied on a little bit too much of passive marketing and didn't actively sell and market enough. So that is my plan for August, is to be more active, more outreach, more influencing, more networking. I had really strong influencing through June and July. I didn't, put out new content to other people's audiences. And that's okay because I needed to take a little bit of a break. So getting some more of that going and scheduled and booked this month. I did record some new influencing type content, your Dream 100, where you're getting in front of other people's audiences. But I still had really good lead growth. In fact, let me look. Because I know I got more leads in July than I did in June, which is great because all of May and pretty much all of June, July, it slowed down a little bit, but I went live just about every day for May and June, and it really drastically grew the number of leads that I got. I got to sign in here. Oops. There we go. Get signed back in and take a look. There we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So look at that. New leads already this morning. New leads. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I love it. 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 Okay. So let's take a look at the numbers. Actually, I want to look at something because it looks like somebody was trying to buy DBA Volume 2. Let's see what happened. Because I actually have a funnel set up so that if someone gets to that page and they don't buy, they go through a certain email sequence. If they get to that page and they try to buy, however, they are not able to complete the transaction, I send them through another funnel. So let's see here. So we'll just wait and see. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to go through when it goes through Klarna. So we will see. Okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to come over here and add her to my email software and get her in a particular funnel until, I'll wait about an hour and then maybe move her to another funnel. But I'm going to put her in do you ever get those emails where you add something to your cart and within a couple hours they're emailing you saying you forgot something in your cart? That's what I'm going to put her in for now. And then depending on what happens in the next hour or so, I may take her out of that funnel and actually reach her direct one-to-one. And that is why when you go into my DBA funnel to buy and to learn about the product and buy, that is why I ask for name and email before you even attempt the transaction. So now I know who was serious about buying and I can follow up with them. And I know other people tend to do the same. So I suggest that if you are not doing that, that you do that, okay? So we are going to add her to DBA abandoned cart. Let me see, because that's not coming up. So let me see, let me look at my automations and it'll tell me. DBA preview, DBA prospect, abandoned cart. Gotta double check these things because otherwise you are just making up lists and people are everywhere and you might be missing people when you need them. So I've added her to the DBA abandoned cart. And so that is good. That's exciting. I hope I'm, putting it out there that your transaction works and you get DBA volume 2. If you're watching, if Klarna does not work for that, we have some other options. And that is why I want you to reach out to me directly, or I will reach out to you if I don't hear from you, to see what other options we have, because I want to help you. Okay. I want to help you. All right. So we've got that taken care of. And what I was going to work on first thing this morning is getting getting some threads written, getting some posts written for Facebook. I really need to get my Instagram going again. I post to stories every day. That's about it. I haven't made a post on Instagram in several weeks. So I probably need to do that. Instagram just doesn't feel in alignment right now though, meaning that it's just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And, one of the things I always suggest when you are building a business online, when you are a business owner, that you not be governed by your feelings. So when I say feeling it, it's not that I don't feel like doing it. It's just that the better phrase is doesn't feel in alignment, right? Because there's not feeling in alignment and there's just like, oh, I'm just not feeling it. I don't want to do it. It's some of that too, though. I ain't even gonna lie. So we will see. So I'm going to head over to ChatGPT and we are going to give ChatGPT some prompts. Now, if you don't have DBA, there are prompts inside of DBA. Okay, let me get back over here to DBA because there was a new module added within the last week to DBA. And that module is all about AI. Okay, so it's in volume 2. So let's go to DBA volume 2. And I know there are 600 AI prompts in that module. Okay, so there's passive income with AI. Now, if you have been around for a while, you know that I do offer an AI traffic generation system that comes with MRR. Okay, this is a little different. Okay, because that one is all about using AI to create content and then using AI to generate traffic to that content using a monetized platform. This one is more about, creation. It goes more in depth into creation. The content in AI traffic generation system is more so about blogging. This is like your social media content. This is content that you can even create and sell. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different subtopics within creating passive income with AI and 600 plus AI prompts. Okay, now I've been generating AI images for quite a while now. I mean, since late last year. Okay, actually might have even been earlier than that, but some of them I do not count because they are hideous. They are absolutely hideous creations. Okay, and so there's even a module in here on faceless video creation with AI. So I really have to dig into this module. Now I know there is a Notion template that is included, and that Notion template that Notion template actually gives you some prompts. So here, I thought I had saved it, bookmarked it. So we're gonna go here and click. Okay, so there are prompts for Mid-Journey. There are other prompts as well. Okay. So let's click on these prompts and see. Okay, so there are ChatGPT prompts, the variety of act as personas. There's how ChatGPT actually works, 10 ways to get massively ahead, top 5 ChatGPT. This is good. Writing email subject lines. This is really good. This is great. Okay, so what we are looking for is we want to create some content. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new chat, and I do use ChatGPT Plus. I'm going to say it is the 1st of the month, the 2nd of the month, the 2nd month of the quarter, and I want you to act as an experienced and seasoned content marketer and write a Facebook post that is inspirational, commemorating the beginning of the month, and also low-key setting intentions for the month. Please use the August smells like format and give me 20 options. Keep the posts short and sweet, no more than 18 to 20 words. Use my tone, style, dialect, etc. Okay, so we wait. I don't like any of these, so I'm going to give it some more direction, okay? I prefer a short list of aspirational goals for the month or outcomes. So and related life observations for August. For example, kids tend to go back to school this month and moms get back to themselves, for example. What are other notable things about the month of August that we can play on? Because I did this before. I did one that was like October smells like, the colors of fall, like burgundy and yellow and that, okay? So it gave me a list of things that we can play on. So there's like back to school, end of summer, harvest season, reset and refocus, vacation wrap-ups, family time, last chance for summer adventures, August reflections and wellness. Let's see. Creative energy, financial check-in, preparing for change, community engagement, mindset shift, home projects, back to school shopping, savoring simplicity, end of summer celebrations, garden harvest, reflection on change. Okay, so I'm going to go with end of summer celebrations. based on my own life. Last chance for summer adventures and preparing for change along with financial check-in. Sometimes you have to give it an example, so I'm going to look for this month smells like quotes. Let me look at some of my own old content. Oh, Facebook isn't being very helpful. Found an example to give it. Because you suck. I don't know what gave me that sound. I have no idea where that sound came from. Okay, so let's say August smells like backyard barbecues, beach days, setting new goals, and setting yourself up for a strong year and finish. Okay, and that's perfect because one of the things I'm working on in planning is a holiday marketing masterclass, and so this is perfect as a setup for that. Okay, so now I'm going to actually get that posted. I don't even feel like making a Canva doc right now, a Canva image, but we could do that. You can do those in AI. However, AI just doesn't do well with words yet, especially a lot of words. So we've got that, and we're getting that posted and posting it on 2 business pages as well on Facebook. And then I'm going to go over to the threads and actually just copy and paste the same thing just to make it easy. And I'm also going to put it on Twitter X. I don't know why he changed the name to X. You should have just left it at Twitter because we're always going to still call it Twitter. Twitter X, right? Am I right or am I right? So I got it up on threads. And I'm going to get it up on X. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to schedule my syndication for today. So what is my syndication? So I have been going live, honestly, since 2014 with Periscope, but some of those are on YouTube. Many of them are not, and many of them I would be too embarrassed to show today. Okay. However, I do want to stress that I do have quality lives that go back as far as 2016 that I can repost, right? I can restream them using software, okay? So I restream some old lives, and I don't restream too many that are old, but there are some that I throw into rotation that I know are popular, like episodes. I treat it like like syndicated TV. So what I do is like this stream right now is on TikTok. I'm going to get it up to YouTube, and from there I can edit it into shorter videos and restream them. So it's not all really old content. It's mostly recent content. So it's like 70% content within the last few months, about 30% within the last year, and then 10% that is older than that. But to be honest with you, some of the content from 2018, 2019 still sells product for me today. Okay, it might not sell the same product, but it still sells product, right? It will still sell courses for me. And so that is why I do that. It allows me to be omnipresent. I have not figured out a way to, because I can stream to multiple platforms at once. However, I prefer, because I cannot get TikTok on that platform yet and stream to TikTok. What I was doing at one point was I was streaming to TikTok using my iPad and then using my phone with that software to stream to like Instagram, Twitter, X, LinkedIn, Facebook, and that. And I think I was having a problem with, I ran into a problem with storage on my iPad and streaming from there. So now what I'm doing is I stream from my phone to TikTok, and then I download it and get it uploaded to YouTube. And then from there, I actually go to ChatGPT with the transcript, and it helps me to edit the video into more, hey, beautiful, into more manageable pieces, because the streaming software, it says up to an hour, but I find it's around 58, 59 minutes. And so what I will do is I will edit it in any combination under an hour, right? Sometimes they're 20 minutes, sometimes they're 10 minutes, whatever makes sense based on the way that transcript flows. And so then I will get those edited and then get them into the software and into rotation. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to go through what I've streamed recently and get something scheduled, because I typically stream something every day during the noon hour. So usually starting at like 12:10, 12:15, no later than 12:30. There were a couple days this week because I had the grandkids. Ooh, baby, I love my little Callie, but oh my gosh, she has stage 5 clinger. So I didn't get to get as much done as I would like to. So what I'm going to do now is look through what I have and get something scheduled. So let's see. It looks like I haven't gone live on LinkedIn in a little bit, so I want to make sure that I stream to LinkedIn. Since it's the beginning of the month, I'm going to go with the 90-day year again, okay? I did that one on July 1st, I believe, so I'm going to do that one and pick my 3 platforms that I'm going to get it up on. And I've already got my call to action in there, so that is great. It is 47 minutes long, so I'm going to start it at 12:10 so that it is concluded by 1 p.m. If you think about it, you should really easily be able to understand why I go live during the noon hour every day, because people are typically at lunch, right? My Midwestern people are typically at lunch. So people on the East Coast are back at work, but they still may tune in and watch or listen. And then on the East Coast, it's a couple hours behind, so they can still watch or listen from their desk if that's what they so choose. So we're going to get that scheduled. So that is now scheduled. Let's take a break and see if there are any questions, what questions I can answer for you. I also need to get some emails written today. I have some follow-ups to do. My coaching client yesterday actually booked a package. I don't do coaching anymore where I tell people what to do and give them homework. I found it was so frustrating for me. It was so frustrating for me because people would get the instruction and they would nod their head and then they wouldn't do the work, right? They wouldn't do the work. And people were, and I charge a decent amount for coaching because of my experience, my background, and people were okay with paying me lots of money and not doing the work. And I was not okay with taking people's money and they not do the work. So several years ago now, I revamped everything so that now it is done with you. So the shortest amount of time you can work with me in most cases is 90 minutes. I am testing something shorter that is for TikTok only. That's like $70, $79 for 30 minutes, right? And so that's really limiting it to 2 to 3 questions that you can ask, and we can get through those, right? So, but ideally, my client is more established and has a higher earning potential, so they are willing to pay more. In fact, if you aren't priced right, they kind of look at you like, what is wrong with you, right? So they expect to pay, and to pay a premium. And so kudos to me for being in that position, right? And so what I do now is we can get together for like a 90-minute coaching session. So yesterday, what we chose to do was to get her Pinterest optimized, because she purchased my Pin Profits Mastery course. And like I've told you guys before, just because someone buys DBA from you, just because they buy BPU from you, just because they buy the AI traffic generation system does not mean you are their servant, that you are indebted to them, that you are there to be at their beck and call and answer all their questions and hold their hand and do all the work for them. That just makes absolutely zero sense. Like when you go to college, the professor is not going to do the work for you. You have to do it yourself, right? And so, don't feel like you have to do that, because I've been creating courses since 2015, as of a few weeks ago. 2015. In fact, yesterday was my 9th year anniversary of working a traditional job. Okay, I haven't worked a traditional job in 9 years as of yesterday. Okay, so what I'm saying is there is a value ladder, okay? So when someone buys your course from you, or even if they buy a challenge, because you can sell a 5, 7, 10, 21 day challenge, whatever you choose to sell, right? And when they buy that from you, if they find that they want more help, that they want more instruction, that they want one-on-one time, you can sell that, and you can sell how much time you're willing to give them and the price. You get to determine that, okay? You get to determine that, and I suggest you not do it. It's going to look like it's by the hour, but it's really based on the value that of the transformation that you are going to provide to them, okay? So I know that when someone sits with me for an hour and a half, if they implement anything that I help them with in that hour and a half, that they should be able to generate $2,000 to $3,000 in the next 30 days easily. So charging $497 for it is nothing, that because you could take that $497, right? So $500, and if they generate $2,000, they 5x that money, right? If they 10x it, that's $5,000. So it's really based on the value of the transformation, and not just simply looking at it on an hourly basis, because on an hourly basis, it looks like a tremendous amount of money. But I don't sell based on the hour. I sell based on transformation, right? And also keep in mind that this person bought Pin Profits Mastery, okay? So she bought Pin Profits Mastery, a course that I created that provides my methodology, my success route, my blueprint for success with Pinterest, right? I've had tremendous amount of success with Pinterest since 2013. 13,000 followers, even though that's a vanity metric, right? But what's not a vanity metric is the hundreds of thousands of people on a monthly basis I've sent to my blogs from Pinterest, right? The tens of thousands of leads that I've generated from Pinterest. How many of those leads turned into paying customers, and the average lifetime value of those customers is higher, okay? So I'm selling not a Pinterest how-to that you can find on YouTube. What I've packaged is my exact steps and how I've created the success that I create. Some call it a framework, right? Like if you follow Matt, CEO Matt, he has a framework for how you classify your ideal client. It's like adjective, noun, verb, or something like that. That is the framework that I don't know that he created it, but that's the framework that he preaches and teaches, right? So some people call it codifying, right? So I've codified my my Pinterest blueprint for success, or black print or red print, right? Because Pinterest is red and white. So my Pinterest red print, right? And it's in 6 modules, and it is well worth more than $555 because there's $2,200 worth of bonuses that are still being included that I'm crazy for even including, because the course itself is worth $2,000 and I'm only charging $555 for it. Okay. So keep in mind, she paid $555 for that course, but now she's getting the shortcut by working with me directly for an hour and a half. Okay, so she's already spent $555. I didn't charge her the full $497 because of that, right? I ran a special this past weekend to help people get their holiday marketing planning started. And that offer was, instead of $497 for a 90-minute strategy session, through Sunday only, you get $200 off, and it's $297. So she's paid $555 plus she paid $297. Okay, and then at the end of our session yesterday, her transformation, which was, she has a much greater handle on the Pinterest red print and how to be successful for Pinterest and how it fits into her overall strategy for her specific ideal clients, down to her keyword strategy. We optimized her account from the rooter to the tutor, the account name, the account description. We set up 5 keyword optimized boards, including the board description. I showed her how to pin, how to, little nuances to make sure that that pin is optimized for the keywords that she needs to rank for to get that traffic to her blog, right? And so there are some next steps that we need to take, and that is why she booked a series of sessions and access to me with questions by messenger, okay? Because during those sessions, we're gonna do some of the work together. There's still gonna be plenty more work that she has to do on her own outside of our sessions, okay? So here are some key learnings. Number 1, digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. It is not a business model. It is not an offer. It is not a product. It is a highly paid skill set. Okay, you have to understand that. Digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. So when it comes to things like DBA, Digital Boss Academy, I don't know why people get freaked out that you can resell it. That does not make it a scram. It absolutely does not. Okay? I don't get it, because y'all say college is a scam and you can't resell your degree. So this is like college to a certain extent, and then you can resell it and make your money back, and that makes it a scam. So that's why I don't listen to people, because people just say things and they don't even realize what they're saying, and that it don't make sense, that it makes 0 sense. They don't even get that, right? So that's why I don't listen to people. Okay? So you can't, while you can resell it, understand there is so much in there that you can learn and develop as far as a digital marketing skill set. And the fact that you can actually get access to all of this for $222 is crazy. It's absolutely crazy, right? And like I always tell people, the Build a Bomb brand module by itself is worth the cost of admission, because I could sell that easily for over $2,000. Now, don't join DBA Volume 2 and think that you can just go sell Build a Bomb brand. You have to sell DBA Volume 1 at minimum, preferably Volume 2, because that's the best option. Okay? So checking on my customer here and still see that looks like maybe Klarna declined her. So I'm going to keep her in that funnel for now. And then, maybe she can get the money from someone else or somewhere else, right? But I'm going to keep her in that funnel, and then I will move her over to a different funnel to let her know that there are some different options, okay? That she could maybe get the AI traffic generation system, and all she has to do is sell 4 or 5 of those, and then she can pay for DBA volume 2 off top, right? So, and she can, because that's available with Klarna as well, and so you can get that started for, I think, like $12, $13, okay? So I will hit her up with that, okay? So digital marketing is a highly paid skill set, okay? So if someone paid me $555 for Pin Profits Mastery, and then they book a one-on-one session on top of it, it's a great value. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's a great value, right? Because they got one-on-one time with me. They got the shortest shortcut is to work with me directly. But I have to put up a barrier to that, right? I have to put up some sort of barrier, some sort of cost of entry to, one, weed out people who don't want to do the work. And to also save myself time, agony, and distress, because one of the things I factor into my pricing is opportunity costs. Because my grandchildren, when I'm with them, they are used to having 100% of my attention. They're not used to me being in my phone and working, right? Now, there are times when Nana might have to work, and, we talk about that, and they're really good about letting me work. But it's for like an hour and a half. So the whole point being, if you're going to take away that freedom to be with my grandkids when I want, it's going to cost you. Same with a job. I don't know that I'm at the point where there is a job that can truly pay me enough to lose that freedom of being able to be with my grandchildren, go wherever we want to go when we want to, right? Because I live that life with my children of a boss telling me when I could be on vacation and when I could be off work, and that, even as a highly degreed 6-figure earner. And I don't know that I ever want to go back to that, okay? Not saying that I wouldn't if I didn't have to, but if I don't have to, I ain't. And I always find a way and figure it out with getting clients and selling courses and that, so, and selling other people's products. So there's that, okay? So digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. And what you can learn inside of DBA, you will never be broke again another day in your life. I repeat, you will never be broke again another day in your life, okay? Beginning last Friday, I had my stage 5 clinger granddaughter, and my grandson joined us on Monday. So for 5 days and 4 nights, I had the most adorable, that little girl, I love to hear her sing. I just love her voice, but she is a pandemic baby. So, her world was pretty distraught those first few days because her dad was gone, her mom was gone, and her brother was gone. She knows me, she loves me. It had nothing to do with me, but there were issues with abandonment, okay? And so I was able to help her with that, but she was very clingy, especially those first few days. And especially once her brother came, she was a little less clingy. But when she would get really sad and missing her mom, then that's when she would be really clingy. So I didn't get to get as much work done as I wanted to, and that's okay. So then yesterday was my first full day. Their mom came back the night before, and once she came back, we got her from the airport, I went home and they went home, right? So yesterday was my first full day to myself to work, and I only had one thing on my calendar, and it was something that was already paid for. Okay, it was a client who paid me $555 for a course, another $300 for a one-on-one session that we were in yesterday, and then she dropped another $1,000. Okay, so basically $2,000 for this client, right? But she still got tremendous value because Pin Profits Mastery alone is worth $2,000. So she has access to Pin Profits Mastery, right? She has lifetime access to that. She has notes from what we went through yesterday, and we booked more sessions, and she has access to me by Facebook Messenger. That is the power of digital marketing. So on a random Wednesday, because we started at 11, so by 1 o'clock, I didn't have to do any work for the rest of the day. All I had to do was that 1.5 hour session, which was already prepaid. And then I made more money on top of it. And so I still worked, but I didn't have to do any work for the rest of that day. And I made more than most people make in a few days of work, and some people a whole week. That is the power of digital marketing. That is the power of digital products, right? Now, not everyone is meant to be a coach or a consultant. I have very strong leadership skills, business acumen, sales and marketing acumen, double master's degree in marketing and finance, Spanish minor, bachelor's in marketing. Okay. Over 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, 2 weeks post high school, working on a major consumer brand in marketing. I could be charging a lot more than I do. And we're going to get there. We're going to do this. Okay. It's time for me to start working with corporations, even though I've been not wanting to do that just because I've got the PTSD from corporate. But, you know, that's where the big bucks are. And I'm worth the big bucks. I bring all of that to the table, right? So, you know, I will also tell you one of the things we teach in Pen Profits Mastery is becoming a monetized magnet. Every week there is opportunity in my inbox. There's some sort of opportunity, whether it's speaking on someone's podcast, being a panelist on a summit, a featured speaker on a summit. I even get requests to speak at in-person events, right? There are brand deals and opportunities and sponsorships. There's always some money in my email, right? I turn most of it down because it's not in alignment. And that's okay. And that's okay, because I know at the end of the day, I can always go back to and rely on Old Faithful, my 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, and work with people one-on-one. If people don't get it by now, I basically do what I was doing in corporate America, only I'm doing it for myself now. Thank you for the love, Michaela. Okay. So 2,000 from one client, right? And I know that and she's not the first to have done this, to gone this path, right? And I know that once they get that first set of done with you coaching sessions, they're going to come back for at least one more and usually 2 more packages. Okay. My ideal client is not looking at, oh my God, I got to spend that kind of money. I'm basically a high ticket coach, but what I've done is I've splintered the offer out so that it feels like bite-sized chunks. They're buying in bite-sized chunks, but the average order value, the average customer value is $3,000 to $5,000. Average client is $3,000 to $5,000. But it feels more palatable to them to do it in smaller increments, anywhere between $500 and $1,300. And that's what works for my ideal client, because I've been refining my ideal clients consistently over the years. I can hear my little baby saying, why are you doing that, Nana? Why are you doing that, right? She pays attention to everything and copies everything she sees, right? And so one of the things that I was thinking about yesterday when it comes to my ideal client is my ideal client is not someone who's struggling in their business. It is somebody who is beginning to see traction and who wants to get more of it. They want to scale. They want to get presence on more advanced moneymaker platforms. That's my ideal client. They're making money to justify spending money with me, because they're not spending money with me. They see it as an investment. It's an investment that they expect to see a return on, but they understand that that return is not predicated on me. It's on them to actually do and develop and use the skills in order to create the transformation. It's not on me to do it. It's on me to help them, understand the concepts and apply the concepts. But it's really ultimately up to them and their mindset to ensure that the transformation happens. And that's my ideal client, right? Yes, it's coaches, it's authors, right? It's podcasters, it's creators, it's influencers who have some success and they want more, right? They ideally want to get to $10,000, $20,000 a month in revenue. That's what I can help them with my processes, especially around sales and marketing, because a lot of people are deathly afraid of those two things. And those are definitely my wheelhouse, right? But I also have a wheelhouse with leadership, in particular, self-governing leadership. How do you lead yourself? You cannot, I promise you, you cannot lead another soul if you do not know how to lead yourself. It's just not going to work. You have to be able to lead yourself. Okay? You have to be able to lead yourself. So that's super exciting to see that someone was trying to go ahead and grab GBA Volume 2. And I am a strategist first and foremost. I am a think tank. I know how to think, and I know how to help others learn how to think. That is my gift. That is my offering to the world, is helping people learn how to think and move and maneuver strategically, not just be out here willy-nilly doing stuff. As my mama used to say, boo-boo the fool, right? How to think. These coaches that are out here telling you, you must do this, you must hit these numbers, are FOS, okay? They need to be teaching you how to think instead, right? Asking you questions to help you develop the thought process. Because one of the, I recently was revisiting my Strengths Finder results. I first took that in like 1999, right? It's probably time to actually take it again. But I first took that in 1999, right? And when I took it again, like 10 years ago, my 3 of my 5 core strengths were the same and 2 had kind of changed, right? So I'd be interested, I should take it again to see how it has changed as, I've matured professionally, right? And see how it has changed. But one of the things that came up on the last round was deliberation, right? That's that strategy, right? I deliberate and do my best to make my next move. My best move. Not everyone has that gift. You would be amazed. Not everyone has foresight. Not everyone can think in successive steps. And so many of us, our central nervous systems are wrecked, absolutely wrecked, between your sabotaging life partner, whether you're married or not. A lot of y'all life partners are sabotaging you. And I'm not judging you, because I had to get rid of a few who were sabotaging me. They can't stand to see you successful. They enjoy the benefits of you being successful, but they can't stand to see you successful. It sparks insecurities because it highlights the fact that they're not doing what they should be doing with their God-given talents and purpose, right? And so a lot of you, and it sounds like this, it feels like this, for every step I take, it feels like they pull me back 5. Okay? So that right there is wreaking havoc on your central nervous system. Your parenting style or lack thereof is wreaking havoc on your central nervous system. And if you happen to work outside of the home, chances are your boss and the company you work at are purposely wreaking havoc on your nervous system so that you cannot think and use your discernment, use your visceral, intuition, right? Visceral is like abdomen. That's your gut, right? Your gut instinct. And that is how they control you. That is how they manipulate you, right? And so in some cases, I've had to work with people on setting boundaries, letting your kids know, because your kids will try to sabotage you too. Don't think kids can't be manipulative. If you choose to still breastfeed at 4, 5, and 6, They'll wait until you are on a Zoom or on the phone to try to pull your boob out and nurse then. Your kids will try to sabotage you, especially if they pick up on the energy and the pattern that their father does everything he can to sabotage you. They're going to join the party, right? And so we have to learn how to advocate for ourselves and set those boundaries. Let the family know, like, hey, these are my business hours. During my business hours, y'all got to figure it out. I'm going to have your meals ready. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Or on this night, this person is cooking. On that night, that person is cooking. Whatever works for you, right? We are no longer setting ourselves on fire to make other people comfortable. We're not jumping in front of buses to make other people comfortable. It needs to work for you. My rule of thumb is it needs to come from joy, ease, and flow. It needs to bring me joy and come from ease and flow. If it does not, it is my duty to myself to get back in alignment where I am doing what brings me joy, and that is coming with ease and flow. Ease and flow does not mean that it won't come with ups and downs. Ease and flow does not mean that there won't be some troubles or some obstacles, but the obstacle is the way, right? That once I get through this obstacle, I know I will be better. I will be stronger. It is a natural part of the process, and it is preparing me for something bigger and stronger and better. And I am okay with that. But ease and flow means that it should still make me want to get out of bed and do what I do and do best every day. Anything outside of that is not ease and flow for me. It's just not, right? So I have to do what comes with ease and flow for me. Again, ease does not mean that I won't ever have to step out of my comfort zone, because you have to. That is where the growth happens. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to do some things that you've never done before, right? There was a time you wouldn't have told me I would be going live on TikTok regularly. You couldn't have paid me to see that or believe that. There's no way you could have convinced me that I would be going live on TikTok, let alone even thinking about building a TikTok. And I've been making some healthy sales from TikTok, right? And it's also an integral part of my content creation now. Because my content creation strategy largely centers on taking live content, live streamed, longer form video content, repurposing it, resharing it, and redistributing it. That comes from ease and flow for me. Just like creating courses, my created courses begin with live video. Everything begins with me getting in front of the camera. I'm fluent in what I do. I've been doing it for over 30 years, sales, marketing, and leadership. As far as digital marketing, since 2013. I'm an old dog. I'm a veteran. I'm a vet at this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Me and all my homegirls, we've been doing this, right? We've been doing this for a minute. Does it mean now? So outside of my comfort zone is joining DBA and learning some of the modern, more new concepts. There was a time when I thought doing stories on Instagram. Snapchat is for kids. What I need to do that for? That ain't nothing but Snapchat on Instagram. I don't need to do that. And then I had to quickly learn that. And when I started doing it, I started making more sales, because that's where the sales happen, is in stories, right? In 2020, 2021, a lot of my Dream 100 features and presentations were on selling in stories, because I got really good at it really quick, but I fought it in the beginning, right? So that ease and flow does not mean that I get to stay comfortable in where I am. That is not ease and flow. That's not ease and flow at all. Ease and flow is stepping outside of my comfort zone so that I can fall back in love with marketing again, because that is truly my purpose in life. That is truly what brings me. That is my passion. I love it. I live for marketing since I was a little girl, before I even knew what it was. I've always loved marketing, sales, and advertising. I completely geek out over it. Okay? So ease and flow. How can you build your digital products business, your digital marketing business, so that it brings you joy and it comes from ease and flow? The great thing is digital marketing is not one size fits all. Digital marketing encompasses so many different things. I love email marketing. I do very well with email marketing. Email marketing is very profitable. It is very profitable. Okay. Video marketing, that's digital marketing. So you can hone in on one area. AI marketing is the next big frontier in digital marketing. So I would definitely get involved with DBA Volume 2 and get in that module on passive income with AI. AI is where the future is, y'all. AI is where the money is. AI is where the money is. Okay? So you want to learn AI. You want to learn how to create and generate income from AI while we can. A lot of these social media platforms are not going to be free much longer. Not in the extent that they are now. The free versions will become less and less access, and to get access to certain things, you are eventually going to have to pay. Right? Think about it. TV was originally free, and then they learned a way to get paid with cable. Then they learned a way to get paid with satellite, and now it's streaming. And the same thing, social media is no different than TV or radio. Right? Radio even had to evolve, right? They got paid from the advertisers for decades, and then came satellite radio, and then the internet came, and so that kind of shifted things a little bit. I don't think TV or radio are ever going to die, but they just won't continue to be at their peak like they were at one point. And I think we're several decades from that happening with social media, and God only knows what's next with social media, right? It's probably going to be us hologramming into each other's homes and things like that, right? But every time there is a major technological shift like that, millionaires, billionaires are created. And are you dedicated to getting up every day and learning digital marketing, AI marketing, in order to be able to get your piece of the millions and billions that are being created by AI right now? I don't know about you, but I am. That's why I'm on here live right now. That's why I'm here live right now. And DBA is a great opportunity to learn the digital marketing skill sets. It is a great place to start. It is not the end. It is a great place to start. And then you can take those funds and you can splinter those funds so that you can upsell yourself into another course like UBC. I haven't done that yet because I got my own courses, right? You could create your own higher ticket course, right? I don't have to have a $500 resale course when I've got DBA at $222. So if somebody wants a higher level course from me, they can either coach with me, consult with me, or buy Pin Profits Mastery. And by the way, I would much rather prefer people buy courses, and that is why coaching with me is priced the way that it is. And there are people who come to me for coaching and I won't coach them because it's out of alignment. Right? So y'all do that. Y'all will take clients that you know you shouldn't take because you need the money, instead of figuring out how to go get the money in the areas where you find joy and they come with ease and flow, right? Because ease and flow is not working with clients that you can't stand because you need the money. Clients that drive you crazy, that talk to you in a kind of way that treats you like a second-class citizen. I've fired clients for that, right? I remember it was a referral. A friend referred a lawyer from out in Colorado to me, and she needed help with her social media marketing. And this was back when I would still, basically, it would be like one-on-one tutoring, like walk them through a platform and how to set up their funnels and all of that. And she was canceling, and my contract only allowed for one or two cancels. I think it was one cancel, and I'd allowed her to cancel 2 times, and she wanted to cancel a 3rd time. And I said, I got to charge you for it. That session is gone. And she tried to throw a Karen hissy fit, and I just politely let her know we were done and she wasn't getting a refund. Right? Because I'm not going to work with clients that are going to stress me out. I'm just not going to do it. You can write your contracts as a freelancer in terms of how many revisions they get. Because one thing I'm not doing is I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. If you know how to do this, then you should be doing it yourself. You're not going to, I am the professional. That's like me going and needing thoracic heart surgery and I'm trying to tell the thoracic heart surgeon how to do their job. I'm the one with the double master's degree in marketing and finance. I'm the one with 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, leading and developing high-performing salespeople, high-performing ops teams. I'm the one with that, not you. You are excellent at what it is that you do, and if I need that, I know where to go. But what you're not going to do is you are not going to tell me how to do what I do and what I do best, right? Once you agree on the general concept, you're not going to be running me back and forth with no bunch of revisions. That's not happening. No, ma'am, not today. Not today. Not tomorrow either. Not the one or the two. Okay? So here's the thing. I can tell by the way people are behaving in the market. I've been around long enough to know, both in my own business and working for corporations, that things are a little tighter right now. And that is actually normal for an election year. That's normal, right? But the worst thing you can do is shut down right now. The absolute worst thing you can do in your business right now is to stop showing up, to stop being present, to stop marketing, to stop getting your message out there. That is the absolute opposite of what you should be doing right now. Right now, baby, you need to be balls to the wall. You need to be going hard in the paint, hard as a mother. Right? You need to be borderline spamming right now. You need to be aggressive. Be aggressive. A, be aggressive. I've never was a cheerleader and I don't have good eye-hand coordination, but you need to be aggressive. A, right? I used to love sitting by the cheerleaders. First of all, I love football games. I absolutely love football games. Unfortunately, where I live, you might get shot, so I haven't been to a football game in years. And where I used to live, I lived right by a suburban high school, and I could see and hear the Friday night lights from my bedroom. I miss that. I love fall. I love football. I love bonfires and all that, right? But when I was in high school, when I would go to the football games, because I love some football players, I would sit by the cheerleaders and do all the cheers with them, even though I have no good, I'm not coordinated at all, okay? So now is the time to be strategically aggressive, to be professionally persistent. You need to have a lock-tied, I don't know if that's the right phrase, a locked and tight is what I was trying to say, follow-up, series, and process. That is your lowest hanging fruit, right? And on the other end of that, you need to be reaching out, networking, making contacts daily. Because this too shall pass. And when it opens up, you will be in position. But this is also how you sustain and you make it and you move through these tighter times. But I can tell you, all the money that has been raised in the last less than 2 weeks, baby, the money is there. The money is out there. The money is here. Money is all around you. Say it with me. Money is all around me. The money is there. The money comes from places known and unknown, but it finds me effortlessly and easily and frequently. Okay? Abundance comes to me in avalanches. The money is there. Do not convince yourself that because you didn't talk to anybody today and you've made one post in 3 weeks and so nobody has bought from you, that the money is not there and that people are not buying. Because it's very quick and it's very easy to sell yourself that story. it's very easy to tell yourself that story, right? I have talked about that in content. I took some snippets from my Cash Flow and Business Growing Mastermind, where I walk people through sales mindset and how to fix their sales mindset, because sales is all mindset, right? How to fix your sales mindset so that abundance reaches you in avalanches, right? You are just flooded with abundance and prosperity in terms of sales and contacts, and it just happens naturally and effortlessly, right? Like the transaction yesterday, it was so fluid and so effortless. I didn't even feel like I was selling. It was just a natural progression from what we had done. That is what joy, ease, and flow feels like in your business, in your transactions. It just makes natural sense. It's just fluid. It just is. Money should never feel like I gotta persuade, I gotta push, I gotta make this happen. If you are doing what you are supposed to do, if you are showing up, if your work is of high service and worthy of massive compensation, it just flows naturally and effortlessly. Now, there might be times when you gotta amp up your activity, your income producing activities. Hey, Danielle. But that doesn't mean that it's not coming from joy, ease, and flow. Okay? Again, it's not joy, ease, and flow to work with people that you can't stand. That is not joy, ease, and flow. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I get it. I get it. Sometimes you might just have to take one for the team to stay afloat. I get that. But that should not be normal. And you need to figure out how to move differently so that it does not happen again, so that you don't find yourself in that situation again. Okay? So let's see where we are on time. So beginning off of here soon, you can join DBA for $222, Volume 2, while I am live, instead of $333. Okay? GBA Volume 1 is all about how to create something from nothing, how to begin to create a digital products business, a digital flow of income that you can make money from in your sleep. And then Volume 2 takes you into specializing and how to make that money work for you with things like a Turo business, starting a virtual assistant business, starting a virtual call center, passive income with AI. Hey, thank you so much, Tia. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you for the support. Let me know when you're live. I'll come through and support you too, girl. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that is the great thing about DBA, right? You are in business for yourself, not by yourself. You're scared to go live? I'll go live with you. I'll go live with you. And you're going to have to speak up because, baby, I'll get on live and just be talking, and next thing you know, it'll be my live. So you're going to have to speak up, but I'll go live with you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I can do both. I can present in person to large groups, and I can present online. If I had to choose, of course, I would do online, but I can also do in person, right? And so I think it's scarier, though, to do it in person. I ain't even gonna lie. But I went to the School of the Arts, so I'm used to being on stage and in front of people. I've been doing it more of my life than not. But yeah, on video, it's so much easier. And a lot of times I'm sitting and looking at myself and I'm thinking how cute I am, and I'm just talking, right? I'm hoping I'm ready next week. Yeah, let me know. DM me if you want to go live together. I will definitely go live with you. That is not a problem. That's something I actually work with my clients on and help them do too. I did a whole 5-day video challenge. I still have it. It's probably time to update it. I should run that again before the end of summer. The 5-day video challenge. And because that's what the 5-day video challenge does, is it gets you going live. And that's how I've gotten a lot of people and helped people go live who were previously afraid to go live. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. So yeah, I actually had someone join DBA while I was on here. So that is cool. So Volume 1, like I said, is literally, yes, bring it back. Okay, I will. Just for you, boo. I I haven't, I don't run as many challenges as I used to. Last fall, I did a pin traffic challenge, helping people get more traffic from Pinterest. And so I need to run that one again too. Fall is a great time to run challenges. So I'll do the 5-day and I'll do the pin traffic challenge again. And I'll let you know, I'll be sure to let you know when I do that, okay? So DBA Volume 1 is all about how to create the digital products business. So it's the skills that you need to learn. So how to launch your business, how to set up your store online. They give you 3 options, but that's not the only options for setting up your store. I actually don't use any of those 3. I use TapLink. I'd already had a relationship and already had everything set up over on TapLink, okay? So with that being said, you get to choose. I would recommend you choose one of those 3 because those are the 3 that they can support you with, because I don't use any of those platforms, so I really can't help you with them, all right? They also teach you some digital marketing basics. There is a content vault, right? Over 50,000 pieces of content that are ready to use. There is a done-for-you product vault. Over 50 done-for-you products that you can brand as your own. You can change the colors, you can change the fonts, you can change the pictures, and you can market as if you created them, and you get 100% of the profit, right? It moves into budgeting. It moves into, okay, you started your business as a sole proprietor. You might want to consider forming as an LLC, S Corp, and figuring, getting educated on that so you can go and have an educated discussion with your tax and your financial professional. Okay. It moves into one of my favorite, which is the business, the beauty business. Okay. A beauty business in a box. Because a lot of people, that's where I actually started, was in beauty. Because a lot of people, that's where I actually started, was in beauty. That is where I started, was in beauty. So I can vouch for everything that is in there because I pretty much did all of those things, right? So the beauty business in a box. So you start moving into more specialized areas, more specialization. And then volume 2, like I said, begins to take you into higher income earning potential platforms like Pinterest, like LinkedIn. Okay, there's a lot of money on LinkedIn because that's where the corporate money is, right? So LinkedIn, there's insurance, there's taxes, right? It's bigger money talk and concepts, right? A lot of the things we are not taught at home, especially as a lot of the things we don't necessarily learn at home, and the schools may not be teaching, but now you can learn them in DBA and from professionals, people who know what they're doing, right? But you still should get your own person that you hire and have on your team. I am going to say that, right? There's stocks for beginners. There's the Turo business. There's becoming a VA, starting a daycare or homeschooling. There's passive income with AI. So I say volume 1 is making bricks without straw. Okay, like I said, once you learn these digital marketing skills, because Build a Bomb Brand is in module 1. Once you learn these digital marketing skills, you will never be broke again another day in your life. All you literally need is Wi-Fi and your phone. And you can go live and share the things that you've learned and apply the things that you've learned, and the money will find you. People will come to you and ask you for help. Okay, people will come to you and ask you for help. And then you send them your rate sheet, you work out your contract or whatever it is that you need to do. That is the future of work. It is not getting a second or third job, especially a full-time job. Working 2 full-time jobs is so crazy to me. Number 1, it dishonors God. You're supposed to rest on the 7th day. And I'm not a holy roller, but I do. My mama did teach me to value that. And she got it from her great-grandma. Her great-grandma did not wash clothes on Sunday, for example, right? Like, there are certain things you take rest from. Okay. So let's see where we are on time. So about 20 more minutes, and then I am going to be getting off of here live. It's easier for me to write emails when I'm not on live because I really get focused and I don't talk a lot. And I don't think y'all like to just sit and watch me type. Responding to some messages here. Okay, that's one thing I say. A dry inbox and consistent income do not go together. If your inbox is dry, something is wrong with your content or your posting frequency and consistency. Your inbox should be popping off. If you got good aligned content that is, well-rounded, meaning it's not all selling, but it's also not all entertaining and trending, your email should be popping off. Your email should be popping off, and that includes notifications of payments and sales that you've made. Okay? It includes inquiries. It includes questions. Those things should be popping off when you are posting enough and frequently. Okay? So that's why I say, because I got it from the whole, when your grandma, old school grandmas and great grandmas would say, a empty purse and open legs, something like that. And so I put my own spin on it and said, a dry inbox and consistent income don't go together. They don't go together at all, right? To say it another way, what I say, a dry inbox, a hot inbox, and consistent income go together real bad. They go together real bad. They go together like DBA and BPU, Business Pro University, and Digital Boss Academy go together. They go together real bad. Real bad. That means they have synergy. They work very well together. And in fact, when it comes to a hot inbox and income, it means the content is contenting. The content is doing what it's supposed to do. The content should have people in your inbox, right? One of the things I like to do is I have to check, when's the last time I put up some social proof, right? You should be able to make social proof posts daily. And and it's so easy on a platform like TikTok because all you have to do is reply to people's comments. So again, if you're not able to do those videos where you're replying to people's comments with the little comment bubble up there, that's because the content is not contenting, and you need to go back to the drawing board and make sure your content is hitting all the buckets that it needs to, that it's not just entertaining, that it's not just trending, that it's not just you looking cute, that you're not wasting 5 seconds. Hello guys, how y'all doing? No. You need to get right to it. You need to cut out the millennial pause. You need to cut out the boomer pause, which is even longer than the millennial pause. You need to edit that stuff out, right? I'm not talking high production value editing, but just those little things like that where you cut out the millennial pause, right? You cut out the unnecessary words, the things that don't really add value. Make it spicy. Cut it up, make it choppy, chop and screw it. I still say that from like T-Pain, chop and screw it. Chop and screw it. Okay? So a dry inbox and consistent income do not go together, right? If your content is contenting, they in your inbox. They are in your comments. That is why they say content is king, engagement is queen, and the lady rules the house. Okay? I'm going to modify it just a little bit and say data-driven content. Strategic content. Not just going viral for the sake of going viral. That is the most awful thing to happen to some people's businesses. Because there was no strategy behind it, and now they've got an account full of people who don't even like them. And that they will never be able to sell to. You don't want to do that. It is better to get in front of 10,000 qualified, strategically targeted people than in front of 1 million. I will live by that. I live by that. Because did you know it really only takes 1,000 true fans? What is it, 1,000? Let me look it up just to make sure I'm saying it right. 1,000 people, I believe, to pay you $100 in a year, and that is $1 million. 1,000 times 100. That's only 100,000, but it's 1,000. Maybe it's 1,000. Let me look it up. 1,000 true fans. It's a book. I'm gonna have to do that on a live from home where I go through and show you my my library. I know I've talked about it before, how I have this marketing library. Okay, the theory of 1,000 true fans, popularized by Kevin Kelly, suggests that to be a successful creator, artist, entrepreneur, business, you don't need millions of followers or customers. Instead, if you can cultivate a base of 1,000 true fans, people who are deeply passionate about your work and willing to support you financially, you can sustain a thriving career. I thought it said something about 1 million, but it doesn't. But basically, you can hit 6 figures with 1,000 true fans, okay? And in today's world, we definitely want to hit 6 figures. These true fans are likely to buy everything you produce, attend your events, and promote your work to others. By focusing on building and nurturing this core group, you can achieve financial stability and creative freedom without relying on mass appeal. So I encourage you to go out and learn more about the theory of 1,000 true fans. And if you need help developing your strategy to get your 1,000 true fans, please hit me up and let's book a strategy session. Let's book a strategy session. If you contact me now while I'm live, before I get off of this live, I will give you the same discount that I had marketed this weekend, where you can get $200 off and you can get that strategy session, 90 minutes to develop your true fans strategy for $297 instead of $497. Okay. 1,000 true fans. Another book I would suggest, it's not necessarily directly related to marketing, but it is on my top 10 list of books. Definitely The 48 Laws of Power, The 33 Strategies for War. I think it's the 28 Laws of Seduction. Just consider that one book. All Robert Greene books, okay? Then also Influencer. I can't think of who wrote it though, but I have it at home and I can picture the cover. And then there's the book by Brittany Hennessy. You want that one. And then, oh my God, this other one, 12 months to $1 million or something like that. "12 months to 1 million. What is his name? In fact, I have an entire list of books over in my Amazon store. Just go to the link in my bio and scroll down and click on Amazon, and it will take you to my store. And I have a list of all the books. Ryan Daniel Moran. Oh my God, that book is incredible. There is a formula in there. It's like, I think you need to sell 30 of something at $25 a day to make $1 million a year or something like that. Let me look it up. 12 months to 1 million formula. It is an excellent book. Like, I listen to it all the time. Sell 3 to 5 products that generate 25 to 30 sales per day at around $30 each. And that's $1 million. Sell 3 to 5 products that generate 25 to 30 sales per day at around $30 each. That's the goal. That is the goal. Okay? That is the goal. And he talks about, with real world examples, how he and his company and companies have done this before. And so again, he put his framework together and put it in a book, which became a bestseller, which gave him credibility and created enormous amounts of influence and gave him the ability to be featured and presented in front of other people's audiences to not only sell the book, but, you know, coaching, consulting, and other opportunities come from that. That is what, I don't know about you, but that's my strategy. That's what I'm working on, right? Trying to get all the way to Oprah, baby. All right. So, 1,000 True Fans, 12 Months to a Million. The 1,000 True Fans is a book. Name of the book. Man, I don't know how I exist. I know how I existed Google before ChatGPT. It's an essay, not a full book. It's on his 2008 blog, the Technium. I actually just had it up. I need to print it out. He expanded on the idea in his book, The Inevitable, Understanding the 12 Technological Forces That Will Shape Our Future. Okay, I need to get that book. I need to get that book. The Inevitable, Understanding the 12 Technological Forces That Will Shape Our Future by Kevin Kelly. Let me go on Amazon right now and order it. I wonder, is it on Audible? Let's see. Yep, it is on Audible. So I will get it on Audible. I love to read. I don't know about you, but I love to read. Okay. So about 10 more minutes and I am getting off of here. I may come back later. We will see. Okay. Yeah, I'm really excited to hear about these 12 technological forces that will shape our future. I will tell you who else to study and pay attention to is Dan Coe. He's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, and he is on YouTube. Like, he put out a video last week that was just like incredible, talking about the future of work. And like, I have like 15 pages of notes in a Google Doc from that video. It's like just over an hour. It is a master class. Okay. So, yeah. So I'll be on here for a few more minutes. If you want to join DBA while I am live, grab it for $2.22 while I'm live. You want to do that. We already had one person who did earlier. I don't like putting people's names out there. I really don't. I like to respect people's privacy. I don't know why y'all think I'm going to let y'all on here live and I don't know you. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's insane, baby. That's not happening, boo. That is not happening. Greg and Barbara did not raise no fool. Did not raise no fool. This ain't that kind of live. This just ain't that kind of live. Okay? Loving the big spikes in my stripe. Loving those big spikes there. Just want to make them more consistent. They are actually very consistent. I want to make them even higher though, I guess. So let's recap what we've talked about so far today. We went through some ChatGPT prompts. We went through, value ladder and splintering offers. We've gone through a lot. I can't even remember what all we went through today. We talked about 1,000 True Fans. We talked about 12 Months to a Million. If you're not following me, what is wrong with you? This is the place to be. This is the place. My auntie loud. She loud. But it's like, how do you tell somebody you being loud and you're in their house? I love going live from here, though. It's just a little bit of a better setup for me to go live and better background. So, but I love my place. There's nothing wrong with my place. So. Oops. So what questions do you have before I go? What questions do you have before I go? About 5 more minutes and then I am out of here. About 5 more minutes. I might be in it early because my auntie loud. She loud right now. I want her on the video. my recording. I'm going to end up having to cut this end piece off. So I am going to go now. Make sure you're following me if you are not. There are tons of freebies on the link in my bio. Go there. You can get freebies to stay in touch with me. And I would turn on notifications so you know when I do go live. I will catch you later. Bye.